Before we begin, every year, over 70,000 people are reported missing in Canada. 70,000. Most are found, but some simply vanish. No body, no answers, no justice, just silence. What you are about to hear is a real story. The names are real. The case is still open. If you know anything, the police are still waiting for your call. This is the case of Mélanie Ethier. New Liskeard, Ontario, 1996. She was 1 kilometre from home. 1 kilometre. In a town so small, so quiet, so safe, that nobody ever locked their doors. Mélanie Ethier was 15 years old. She had just told her best friend she wanted to become a teacher one day. She said goodnight. She stepped outside into the cold September air. And she was never seen again. This is the story of a small Canadian town. A missing girl, 700 tips, multiple suspects, and absolutely zero answers. 28 years later, Mélanie is still gone. And someone out there knows exactly what happened. Welcome to Faded Without. To understand what happened to Mélanie Ethier, you first need to understand New Liskeard. New Liskeard is a small lakeside town in northeastern Ontario, Canada. Population just over 4,000 people. The kind of place where everyone knows everyone. Where kids walk home alone at night without a second thought. Where nothing bad ever happens. At least, that's what people believed. Mélanie Ethier was 15 years old in September 1996. By all accounts, she was a bright, kind, ambitious young woman. She had recently told her best friend something that stuck with everyone who loved her. She wanted to become a teacher. She had plans, she had a future. On the evening of September 13th, 1996, Mélanie went to her friend Ryan Chatwin's house to do something completely ordinary, watch a movie. The film was called Sudden Death, a thriller. Nobody could have known how fitting that title would become. The evening passed normally. Friends, a movie, the kind of quiet Friday night that teenagers across Canada were having at that exact moment. At around 1:30 in the morning, Mélanie said goodnight. It was time to go home. Now here's where things get complicated, and where a single detail may have cost Mélanie her life. On any other night, Mélanie would have called home for a ride, a simple phone call, a few minutes in a warm car, safe. But that night, her family's home phone had been cut off. They were behind on the bill, just a few dollars, just a temporary situation. So Mélanie made a decision that 15-year-olds make every single day without consequence. She decided to walk. It was roughly 1 kilometre to her house. In a town like New Liskeard, that should have been nothing. A 10-minute walk, maybe 15 in the dark. She never arrived. But before she disappeared, there was one witness, one account that police could never fully verify, but could never fully dismiss either. According to this witness, when Mélanie crossed a bridge along her route home, a car pulled up beside her. 2 men were inside. They talked to her, and then Mélanie got in the car. The car drove away. And that was the last anyone ever saw of Mélanie Ethier. When Mélanie didn't come home, her family raised the alarm. Police launched a search. The small town of New Liskeard was shaken to its core. How does a 15-year-old girl simply vanish from a 1-kilometre walk home? In the weeks and months that followed, police received over 700 tips from more than 500 people. For a town of 4,000, that is an extraordinary number. Almost everyone had something to say. Almost everyone had a theory. And there were many theories. Theory 1, her father. Some people pointed fingers at Mélanie's father, but investigators quickly ruled him out. He wasn't even in town the night she disappeared. He had an alibi. This theory went nowhere. Theory 2, Denis Léveillé. This is where things get darker. Denis Léveillé was a man who, at the time of Mélanie's disappearance, was dating a close friend of her mother. He was known to investigators. He had allegedly previously assaulted another teenage girl. He was a suspect, but no charges were ever laid against him. Theory 3, white supremacists. This theory emerged because of something heartbreaking. Mélanie was one of the very few black girls in New Liskeard. Some believed her disappearance was a racially motivated attack. Investigators pursued this angle, but again, no conclusive evidence emerged. And so the case went cold. 700 tips, 500 people, multiple suspects, 0 arrests. Years passed, then decades. Mélanie's mother, Céline, never stopped hoping, never stopped searching. She has publicly stated that she believes her daughter is dead, but she has never given up on finding her body, on finding answers, on finding justice. Think about what that means. To live every single day for 28 years, not knowing what happened to your child, not having a grave to visit, not having a moment of closure, just silence. Then, in 2021, something happened. CBC's true crime podcast, The Next Call, dedicated an episode to Mélanie's case. And that episode did something extraordinary. It inspired a new witness to come forward. Someone who had stayed silent for 25 years. For reasons that police have never publicly disclosed, this witness pointed investigators toward a wooded area, roughly 10 kilometers from where Mélanie was last seen. In October 2021, police searched that area. Dogs, drones, a full search operation. They found nothing. Or at least, nothing they've told us about. So where does that leave us? Mélanie Ethier has been missing for 28 years. She would be 43 years old today. She might have been a teacher. She might have had children of her own. We will never know. What we do know is this. Someone saw her get into a car that night. 2 men, a car, a bridge in the dark. Someone in New Liskeard, or someone who passed through, knows what happened on that bridge. Possibly several people know. And for 28 years, they have said nothing. The new witness who came forward in 2021, why did they wait 25 years? What did they see? What do they know that they still haven't fully shared with police. And Denis Leveillé, the man who was never charged, never arrested, where is he now? What does he know? These are the questions that haunt this case. Questions that Melanie's mother has carried every single day for nearly 3 decades. Cases like Melanie's don't stay cold forever. DNA technology advances every year. Witnesses change their minds. Deathbed confessions happen. The next call proved that a single podcast episode can shake loose a 25-year-old secret. The truth about what happened to Mélanie Ethier is out there. Someone holds it. And one day, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe in another decade, that truth will come out. If you're in Canada and you have any information about the disappearance of Mélanie Ethier, please contact the Ontario Provincial Police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-2228-477. This case is still open. It is never too late. And to Mélanie, wherever you are not forgotten. Your story is being told. Your name will not fade. If this story moved you, please subscribe to Faded Without. Every week, we bring you the cases that time forgot, the missing, the silenced, the ones who vanished without a trace. Leave a comment below. What do you think happened to Mélanie Ethier? I want to hear your theories. And share this video, because the more people who know Mélanie's name, the better the chance that someone, somewhere, finally speaks up. I'm Faded Without, and we don't stop until the truth comes out.